All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's weekly Everyman crossword. Let's see what Everyman has for us. Aplomb are kind of a trick. Is it? I think it's just a double definition. I think if you have aplomb, you have confidence, and there is a confidence trick, of course. Yeah, it's a funny, but I'm not complaining, funny one to start with. Prune extract must be a double definition. Chop or clip. I think, yes, I think like a sound clip might be an extract. So, good start. Heavily armed and dim, peacekeepers flipping. Oh, I'm thinking the peacekeepers are the UN. So I'm thinking we're going to, maybe the definition is heavily armed. And we're going to have wordplay of dim followed by UN, and then we reverse all of that. So what's a word for dim that can go backwards? But then what's heavily armed? I can only think of nuclear would be very heavily armed. No, I just don't see it. All right, at home. Ooh, there's a nice long one here. Mark supposing that every man is able to take time to be petty. All right, I think it must be a 13-letter word for petty. At home is usually in. Mark supposing that, excuse me. Oh, I'm thinking every man is able. He would say, I can, and then that takes time. So I wonder if it's an insignificant, maybe? Mark might be a sign. Supposing that, yeah, supposing that is if. There we go. Yeah, I was a little confused, but there we go. Fright being topless, a mistake. All right, we have to think of a word for fright, remove its first letter, and get a mistake. Well, mistake must be an error, so a fright is terror. Chair reupholstered with lame fabric. Well, chair is 5 letters, lame is 4. So I think we're going to reupholster or anagram those. I'm going to pause, sip my water, see if I can work that one out. No, I'm not seeing any good ones. Clear, what did I have? Clear hail. No, clear. Oh no, that was, yeah, haim. No, that's not going to work. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to have to get another letter or two for that. Crossword setters into dictionary mate. That's kind of complex. Well, just the way that's worded, I think it's going to be probably a psychological complex. And I'm thinking Oedipal, which ends in pal. Ah, yes. And so the dictionary is the OED, Oxford English Dictionary, then I, and then our pal. All right. Where you might get a flat top, hopefully not from the tenor. Um, hmm. I mean, you might get a flat top from a barber, but what's not from the tenor? Something to do with opera, Barber of Seville. No, I don't get that. All right, back to the acrosses. Ooh, 4, whichever way you look at it. All right, so it's an error that is a palindrome. I'm thinking it might be a boob. I think, boo boo, I made an error. I think you can say I made a boob. Um, I'll leave it in for now. Actually, I paused there and I did look. Now we have a B for where we might get a flat top. So I think it is going to be a barber shop. And I think it's a reference to a barbershop quartet. Is the tenor the high voice in a barbershop quartet? And well, there's bass and baritone. I think that might be the explanation of that one. Not 100% sure. All right, cutter between Channel Islands, losing direction, distressed. Ooh, well, I was thinking Channel Islands is going to be CI, and yeah, if we put CI in here, we might get incisor, a tooth that is a cutter, I suppose. Losing direction, distressed. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how this is working. I'm wondering if, let me pause a moment. Yeah, I'm thinking between Channel Islands might be in CI, and then distressed might be sore, and that loses the E for east, losing direction, distressed, sort of phrased backwards. But I think that might be that one. Oh, two down is looking like nuclear. Let me put it in and see if I can. Heavily armed and dim. I don't think clear is dim. Peacekeepers flipping. Well, let's go ahead and look at Paella, groaned, displaced, American writer. All right, I think it's going to be a displaced or anagrammed version of Paella, groaned. And an American writer, surely Edgar, is it Allan Poe? We should have three E's. No, we only have two E's. So I think it might be, now we need three A's, and we do have three A's. All right. Yeah, I was thinking nuclear is right. Anyway, let me go back to our bullfighter. Damon shown exit, we hear. Well, surely a bullfighter is a matador. Damon shown exit, we hear. Oh, yeah, so it's Matt Damon. And if somebody's pointing out a door to him, they might say Matt a door. All right, it's not the worst homophone we've seen. All right, jury's findings after court's thrown out, Italian scorer. Well, yeah, is it an Italian footballer? Oh no, of course, scorer could be one who writes scores, and that would be or it would be Verdi. Whoops, let's go back, type that again. And so the jury's findings is verdict. Maybe even it's verdicts, and then court apostrophe S would be CTS. All right, runners, trainers. Well, runners and trainers could both be running shoes, but I don't see that. Excess, denim, rare, fancy. Well, denim rare has 9 letters, so a fancy version of that would be an anagram to mean excess. I'm not doing well at the anagrams today. Let me try the anagram helper. Remainder, I think, would be what is left over. Yep. All right. Part of caterpillar going slowly. So we have a hidden clue within caterpillar going. You have largo, which would be slowly in music. Oh, a spoonerism. Per spooner, the time for gardening had come. No one told me. So I think it's a phrase meaning no one told me, like, how was I to know? I think that's it. How was I to know now? now, now was I to sow, I think is it to hoe, excuse me. Yes. How was I to, yeah, that's a tricky one. But I think that's right. All right, to begin with, thoroughbred turned, went at moderate pace. Well, I'm thinking to begin with, thoroughbred might be telling us to take the first letter of thoroughbred. And then I just thought, well, went at a moderate pace might be trotted. And so working backwards, yeah, if food turns, that's one, I suppose, an old-fashioned way of saying it, rotted. Mix using seeds to augment relish, delicious, primarily. Here's our weekly primarily clue. We take the first letters of all those words up to primarily, and they spell out and describe mustard. All right, confines swans. Well, that's our pens. We see pen and cob pretty often. Oh, let me do 13 down. We have all the letters we're going to get. Well, even just looking at the letters over the top. Somewhat extrovert, he topes too much. Well, somewhat is telling us it's a hidden clue. And within the following words, we have, oh, I think I was typing what I was, I don't know what I was typing anyway. Over the top, there we go. Oh, butcher's second wife, unhappy. Oh, I think butcher might be the definition, and a second might be a moment or a mo. W for wife, and unhappy is down, so mo down. Badly bred, dined, staying in PJs. Well, bred, dined again is 9 letters, so badly might tell us to, yes, to anagram that, and we would get bedridden, staying in your pajamas. And now our runners, trainers. No, I don't see that. Basic facts, a little conflicts arisen. So basic facts, I think, must be raw data. So a little is a tad, and conflict is war, and all of that is a risen or reversed. Oh, I skipped over 11 down. Pardon me. They go up and down in tailspin, storm, raging. Okay, I think the definition is they go up and down, and we have a raging or anagram version of tailspin is 8 letters plus storm makes 13. They go up and down. I mean, it must be a plural word, so I think our other S is going to go there. There's no E in that, so I think maybe we have another T. I think it must be, I think it's trampolinists. Not a word you hear every day. Okay. Vavavoom are emphatically minimal speed. Yeah, so vavavoom, you might say oomph if you saw an attractive person. And minimal speed would be 0 miles per hour, but emphatically you would double the 0, OO mph. Change hearts of greedier visitors. Well, I think we have to think of visitors and then swap around maybe their middle two letters. Change hearts of. What would greedier be? Yeah, yeah, I don't see that one. All right, buff and shine statue, mostly vigorously. Yeah, I'm thinking shine statue is 11 letters, but mostly, excuse me, might tell us to drop the E from statue, and then vigorously we anagram the 10 letters to get, yes, buff. It's not the verb to buff, but somebody who is keen on something is an enthusiast. There we go. Change might be, yes, edit. And it is the hearts of the two words, the inner two letters of greedier and visitors. Excuse me. All right, just two left. Oh, of course. I did not spot that anagram, but I even had something like, I can't remember now, cream hail, I think I had, and didn't spot camel hair would be a fabric. All right, so now our runners, trainers. Yeah, I can't see that. What's it going to end in? LES? Yeah, or double LS, LTS. Let me pause and ponder the possibilities. I was just running through the alphabet for the second letter and I got to E and I thought, oh, bean poles. It used to be used as slang to describe somebody who was very tall. They were a bean pole. But I think it is originally a stick put in the ground so that runner beans or any kind of climbing plant would train up or follow up along the pole. And so I think that is, so it is runner beans trainers. That's clever. All right, we don't have the check all button, unfortunately, for Everyman, so we'll have to wait until next week. If I made any mistakes, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, thanks as always for watching and have a great day.